The Norman Conquest of England in 1066 was a seismic event that reshaped the course of English history. It was a tale of ambition, strategy, and cultural transformation, with the Battle of Hastings at its heart. This pivotal year marked the end of Anglo-Saxon England and the beginning of a new era under Norman rule. Let's explore how the Norman Conquest unfolded and why it changed England forever. The story begins with the death of King Edward the Confessor in January 1066. Edward's death left a power vacuum, as he had no direct heir to the throne. The Witenagemot, the Council of Nobles, elected Harold Godwinson, a powerful Anglo-Saxon noble, as king. However, Harold's claim to the throne was immediately contested by two formidable rivals: Harold Hardrada, the King of Norway, and William, Duke of Normandy. William of Normandy, later known as William the Conqueror, asserted that Edward had promised him the throne years earlier, and that Harold had sworn an oath to support his claim. Across the Channel, William began preparing a massive invasion force, determined to seize the English crown. Meanwhile, Harold Hardrada launched his own invasion of England, landing with a Viking army in September 1066. Harold Godwinson's forces met the Norwegians at the Battle of Stamford Bridge, where the Anglo-Saxons won a decisive victory. Hardrada was killed, and the Viking threat was neutralized. However, this triumph came at a cost, as Harold's army was exhausted and ill-prepared for what was to come. Less than 3 weeks later, William landed on the southern coast of England with his Norman forces. Harold, marching his weary troops south, confronted William at the Battle of Hastings on October 14, 1066. The battle was fierce and brutal, lasting all day. William's forces, composed of infantry, cavalry, and archers, used a combination of tactics to wear down the Anglo-Saxon shield wall, the backbone of Harold's defense. The turning point came when a feigned retreat by the Normans lured sections of Harold's army out of formation, leaving them vulnerable to attack. Late in the day, Harold was struck down. Legend has it that he was killed by an arrow to the eye, and his army collapsed. William emerged victorious, earning the title William the Conqueror. Following his victory, William moved swiftly to consolidate his control over England. He was crowned king on Christmas Day, 1066, in Westminster Abbey, but his rule was far from secure. Over the next several years, William faced resistance from Anglo-Saxon nobles and conducted campaigns to suppress rebellion. His most infamous action was the Harrying of the North, a brutal campaign that devastated the northern regions of England and ensured Norman dominance. The Norman Conquest brought profound changes to England. The feudal system was introduced, transforming the social and economic structure of the country. The Anglo-Saxon elite was replaced by Norman lords, and Norman French became the language of the ruling class, influencing the development of the English language. The construction of imposing stone castles, such as the Tower of London, symbolized Norman authority and left a lasting mark on the landscape. The Domesday Book, commissioned by William in 1086, was another legacy of the conquest. This comprehensive survey of England's land and resources provided a detailed record of the kingdom and showcased the administrative efficiency of Norman rule. The Norman Conquest was not just a military triumph, it was a cultural and political revolution. It forged a new identity for England, blending Anglo-Saxon and Norman traditions into a unique heritage. The events of 1066 remain a defining moment in English history, reminding us of the power of ambition and the enduring impact of conquest.